Hello everyone, welcome to another NR video. So today we're going to be competing in the NRCS number 9. It is a biannual tournament held by the Boss Stage Discord server where the winners of the weeklies compete for prizing. So it is a prestigious event and I've decided to come with 6 Samurai Noble Knight. It is a really solid deck, it generates a lot of advantage, so high hopes for this tournament. As always, if you enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like, and if you want more NR content in the future, please do consider subscribing as well. Without further ado, let's get into the replay. Alright, so for game 1, we lost the coin toss and Vizrat chose to go first. We'll just set a bunch of cards and pass for now. Our opening hand is not bad. Definitely a bunch of options. Do you think we just go for the armored XYZ line here? Simple line, nothing too complicated just yet. So we'll normal summon the Zeppwing, add the Exaraptor. Now we'll use the Exaraptor's effect. Discarding the Captain Roland, or the Baby Roland, sorry. Special summon our Armor Torpedo. See if this fetches a response. It doesn't. Just go to battle. Try to get in for some damage. Still no responses, okay. Guessing they have like something that they want to activate in the end phase and not necessarily disruption. So we also opened the Flame Swords Dance, okay. Now I could try to get a search with the Durandal, but I have a feeling that they're just gonna disrupt the Armor Torpedo, and I want the Armor Torpedo to live before Expendable die, so I will just set my back row and pass. Yeah, we'll play around the Mech Knights. And this is a long tournament, like this tournament, I won it last time, I am the defending champion, and like, it takes like a solid 4 or 5 hours of Yu-Gi-Oh! If you win it. So I'm gonna try not to, strain my voice too hard, because I do wanna make sure I can get through the entirety of this tournament if it comes to it. That being said though, we are playing sort of a rogue deck in this format, so we are the underdogs. Last time I was playing Tearlament Mill, which was the best deck of that format. Ooh, that Dark Factory is a pretty good hit for next turn. So they will activate the Joker's Knight to add itself back to the hand. We'll send the Joker's Knight. Now it's a question of... So this Joker's Knight is a bit annoying to keep on the field. Mostly because of a card called King's Knight, which if they have a King's Knight in hand, they can normal summon it and they can normal summon it and pretty much get the effect of it. So to summon a Queen's Knight from the deck, which is a lot of advantage. Although that being said, they're just gonna Dark Factory it anyway, and I don't think they searched for a King's Knight. So it is a moment of, you know, them just needing to have it. I will save the Flame Sword stance for the Red Lotus, because that I know that card is dropping next. There it is. So there's the Red Lotus. You know what? I will just let them activate Red Lotus. Because we can go for the expendable die, and I'm pretty sure if Red Lotus loses its target, it can... If it loses its target, it does not get to revive a monster. And we're not afraid of dying because we have the Primite Howl anyways, so... It's completely fine. And we hit the Dinomicious off the top, which is really good for us. We'll normal summon a Queen's Knight. And try to go battle phase. Attack in with the Queen's Knight. I will now activate the Primite Howl. Summon my Chamberlain. This card is my ace monster pretty much. They will try to hit over the Chamberlain. I will just steal their Red Lotus because I want to keep this Chamberlain alive to then special summon my trainer next turn. It's a good play. And they get one less material to do like link climbing and stuff. So they will use the Dark Factory. I can't deal with the Dark Factory yet, unfortunately. So they will get one more activation of this card next turn. Oh, hello Exile. This is literally the beginning of the tournament. Like, after this game, I'm going to show you the bracket. This is the literal, like, this is a double elimination tournament, and we are in the upper bracket round 1. So this is a... We have, like, if we plan on winning, we have a solid, like I would say 3 hours of Yu-Gi-Oh! Ahead of us at the minimum. Alright. Now, cards I should be worried about. So they do play cards like Court of Cards, which is annoying. I'm gonna start with a Dorendal, just to see if they use something here. They do not. Okay. They will use the Dinomicious now, which is interesting. They have a Dinomicious in the graveyard. Going to be honest, I don't want them to revive that Dinomicious, but then again, I'm also not afraid of it. Like, I can deal with it. So, yep, I will just let them revive it. Choose not to revive it, okay. We'll discard another Red Lotus, so... Now go for the Bowline. See if we can do something about the back row. It is a flame swords dance. That's pretty good. So we bait that out, which means they have no more interruptions. Now we'll activate our own Flame Swords Dance to summon out our Flame Swordsman. Oh yeah, this is going to pan out really well for us. Like, this is going to be great. So we'll set that card. Now we will normal summon the Chamberlain, special summon the Tactical Trainer. They only have one Dark Factory activation, which isn't scary. We can deal with that. Oh yeah, and our format has come a long way. Like, I'm also a part of the Banlist Council, and I feel like we've done a really good job of just promoting healthy, unique gameplay in this format. It's not like every month you see a new deck pop out of nowhere and just take over the meta until people figure out how to play against it. So, alright. Now we will go for the double assault to revive the Chamberlain. Or sorry, revive the Trainer. And we will now go for the... Could go for the Gaia Blaze. Actually, yeah, we'll go for the Gaia Blaze to add back my Zepwing. No battle phase. So we'll hit over the Red Lotus, just get it off the field. Activate the effect to make a second attack. We'll also just... I'm not really afraid of this. Yeah, we will attack this one. I will leave the Dinomicious on field, because I'm not really afraid of the Dinomicious. Alright, and now when we click end phase, we get to activate the Gaia Blaze. We'll add back our Zepwing and our Roland. Unfortunately, we have normal summon, so we can't yet use the Zepwing. But next turn, Zepwing is going to be insane. So this puts pressure on my opponent. I don't think I can extend further than this, and I don't want to as well. So we'll leave it at that. Get our searches in the end phase. With the Synchro Roland, what do I want to add here? I think I just add a Red Lotus, right? Yeah, just try to go for a game. By the way, you may think my opponent has low resources. Nah. You will see that deck just pumps out resources out of nowhere. Like right there, they got a draw with Dark Factory, and then they will essentially recycle the Joker's Knight for free. So it's not a deck to sleep on. Alright, they have Red Lotus, and they can use it with the Joker's Knight. What we're mainly afraid of right now is them drawing into more back row like the Dinomicious to disrupt us. Like, we don't care about the monsters. So let's go for a Link 2 here. Go for Haggard Lizardos. Okay. Go for another draw. Not using the Red Lotus just yet. But do put the Gaia Blaze down. We'll normal summon the Imperial Bower. This is a... Yeah, I could actually Book of Moon this card. Because it's basically a... Yeah, it's not a bad card to book because... Right now, if they choose to... Ooh, this is so difficult, but like, it's such a good card, and even though they can just Dark Factory it away for another draw, I think it is worth it. I will use... Like, there's no way for me to keep this the Gaia Blaze. Like, it's getting destroyed anyways. So, we will change the battle position of one monster my opponent controls. Now they can go for the Red Lotus and revive a Jax Knight, but that doesn't really scare me. Like, that's... We can deal with that. And it's also a small Roland, small Grand Red Lotus as well. They will most likely destroy the Bull Line. Yep, there we go. Battle phase. Ooh, choosing to hit over the... Okay, so what my opponent is trying to do here is he's basically trying to force me to choose, alright? Because I'm pretty sure he's gonna leave this Infernoble Knight Captain Roland on the field. He's not going to attack with Red Lotus after this attack goes through. And so he's basically asking me, okay, do you care about the Roland search or do you care about both of these bodies being on the field? And that is essentially what they're asking me. So the Roland search, let me think what the Roland can search even in the first place. The Roland can search for a... I mean, I don't really care, honestly. I will just use it. I will just grab a Shogun Shien in the end phase, and that is also very annoying for the opponent. It is something they have to deal with. I can also grab the... actually, yeah, I will grab the Magus, so we can get that engine rolling as well. And you can see, like, Dark Factory has drawn, like, 4 cards by this point. This card is just, like... In the right decks that essentially have free engines, like Poker Knights, where you can just keep recycling the Joker's Knight, Dark Factory just becomes, like, a free engine to just keep drawing, like, almost an infinite number of cards. So we will add the Magus. So our main priority right now is to deal with this set card, because we do not want this Imperial Bower resolving. This is like the main play of that deck. So we will first just immediately go for the Zepwing. Add the Exaraptor. And we'll also use the additional effect to revive our Chamberlain of the Six Samurai. Now, we did draw into the Tactical Trainer. It isn't bad, actually. We can special summon it. Let's look at our goodie bag of Synchros. So, can't go for a Synchro 7. And we can go for another Captain Roland, which is not bad. In fact, that is something I want to do. Which... I think we will just go for that, yeah. So we'll special summon our trainer. Go for the Captain Roland. Get our double searches again. Now we'll go for the Durandal search. I'm looking for a Fire Flint Lady, which gets us another draw. We haven't seen too much of our own back row. Like, we've only seen 2 trap cards, so the deck is very thinned out at this point. I should start seeing some back row cards when I draw cards now. That is the win condition of this deck as well. It's just the main monsters are just bodies. Like, if you notice, the Bowline is the only card that actually disrupts the opponent. The main monsters are just bodies on the field to put up damage, essentially. So we'll go for the Charge Warrior draw. Ooh, okay, this is one of the new techs that I'm playing. It's such a good card, and I'm gonna show you why in a second. We'll also go for the Exaraptor. My opponent's being really patient with their back row, and as they should, of course. So we'll get another draw with the Magus. Now Magus, shuffle back the Bowline, the Fire Flint Lady, and one of the Durandals, so then we can search with Captain Roland in the end phase. There's a baby Roland again. I think we just go for another Armor XYZ, go for another draw. Like, this deck just keeps drawing. Like, there is so many avenues of drawing. Like, I haven't even gone through my Haggard Lizard yet. Like, it's just insane, like, how much this deck just loves drawing so much. So, we'll now go for the... I feel like we've stalled enough. We can now... Yeah, I think we can now go for the Red Lotus as well. It could be a... It could be a Torrential. It's not, like, fun for us to play into a Torrential. So I'm just gonna go battle and see if my opponent has something for my Charge Warrior. I could have maybe pushed for game by summoning the Red Lotus, but it's like it's just too greedy, and there's literally no point. I will damage step for more damage though. I wanna put them on as low life points as possible. You can also double assault here for a bit more damage, but there's no point. I'll activate the Armor Torpedo. Detach 2, get one more draw, we get another disruption, that's really good. I'm gonna keep the Red Lotus in hand, we don't need to extend any further than this. And I think it's better if we just set our 3 back row and pass for now, get our search with Captain Roland in the end phase. So, we'll just add the Bowline. They will shuffle back their Imperial Bower. So as long as I can keep them off of the Imperial Bower activation, we are not in a bad position. So we'll discard to draw with Dark Factory again. This turn, I think I will finally deal with the Dark Factory, but it's like... they may have another one, you know, you never know. Yeah, but I think it's enough. Like, it's too much drawing at this point. We do have to hit it. We'll activate a Didomitius. So they do have double Red Lotus in the graveyard. We'll activate a Flame Sword stance. They don't have another Dinomitius. That's fine by us. Go for a Link 2 for a Haggard Lizard. So they're gonna do some drawing of their own, basically. Basically looking to find an Imperial Bower. That's like the one card. There we go. See? Like, I just can't let this card resolve, ever. This card is just so much advantage packed into one card that we just have to keep hitting it with Disruption immediately, or else we just die to it. So that uses up their normal summon, so we have to deal with one Joker's Knight and one Red Lotus, essentially. Which this Econ deals with that very well. They summon the Red Lotus. I will wait for them to activate the effect of it. So they're gonna use the effect, target the Charge Warrior. Try to revive. Here we reveal the enemy controller. Tribute our warrior and take control of their Red Lotus. And they don't have the Dark Factory anymore to chain to it. So we now control the biggest monster, and it's also a warrior, so I can even equip a Captain Roland to it. So Econ doing its job, really good. End phase, we will search with the baby Roland again. I think I just search a Fire Flint Lady. Actually, you know what? I think it's time we go for the Shien boy. It's been way too long. Like, he's literally been waiting for so long. And I think you guys have been waiting for it as well. Like... So unfortunately, we can force out one back row with the Bowline. The second back row, though, is more difficult to deal with. Maybe with the Red Lotus. So I will equip the Trainer, so we can add back a double assault. Also equip the Magus to the Bowline. Go for that back row, see what it is. It is the second Dark Factory, okay. They will send a monster to draw. So my opponent is really not afraid of dying this turn. So we'll use the Magus to draw. Put back all of these cards. Use the Trainer to add back a double assault, which... Trainer, once again, amazing card. Can add back a double assault from the graveyard. It's like... I love this card so much. We'll now go for the Red Lotus. Ask our opponent if they have something. They do. They will hit the Red Lotus with the Dinomicious. Okay. They don't have a Dinomicious in the graveyard to chain. So that's all of their disruption done. Now I'll activate the graveyard effect of Double Assault. We will add back a Trainer of the Six Samurai. We will normal summon the Chamberlain. Special summon the Trainer. We will special summon now the great Shogun Shien. Here he is. The big boy is in town. So, we can pretty much just go for another Captain Roland at this point. Activate its effect one more time. Now we will equip onto the Shogun Shien. Go battle phase. What does my opponent have in the battle phase? Wait a minute, what did it prompt them? Oh, okay, they have a Flame Swords Dance. Hit the set monster, they will activate the Flame Swords Dance. That's completely fine. Our main goal was to just get this Imperial Bower off the field. Like, that was the only goal we had. We will continue the attack. They don't have the Mirage Knight. Now we are in a very comfortable lead, so I will set 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just set all 5. And end phase we get to search with the Roland. I'll just search for Baby Roland to discard with our Dinomicious. Opponent gets to add back a Joker's Knight. So my opponent has a bunch of normal monsters in the graveyard to fuel the Red Lotus. But we, I think, have enough disruption, I feel like. We have enough cards to throw at the opponent. There's the Imperial Bower. So do they have another Flame Swords Dance in the graveyard? They do. So I could choose to banish it, or I could choose to Book of Moon it. The Flame Swords Dance only activates during the opponent's turn, right? So I will choose to book it. There's like 10 minutes left in round, by the way, so really cutting it close at this point. Alright, there's the Red Lotus. I think I will just Dinomicious the Red Lotus. Get it out of the way as soon as possible. They do have a Dinomicious of their own, that's completely fine. They've already used their normal summon. And there it is, Wizrad concedes. The power of the great Shogun Shien prevails once again. Club and 2D battery. Alright, so on the coin toss going first. Opening hand is pretty insane, I have to say. Very pleased with this hand. I could go... I think I want to go Exoraptor, discard the Chamberlain, add Chamberlain, special, normal Chamberlain, special trainer. Yeah, I think that's a good... I could also not special the Exoraptor as well. I think... Yeah, I think that's actually better. Because next turn, we can go and search another... Yeah, because next turn we can search another Chamberlain to get all three out, to get a big Red Lotus play. Pretty good. Summon our Captain Roland, get our double searches. Chainlink 1, Tactic, or Chainlink 1, Captain Roland. Chainlink 2, Tactical Trainer. I wonder when people will get tired of this loop. Phase send the Durandal. I could add the Baby Roland actually, which isn't bad. We can get the Baby Roland in rotation. Yeah, I think it's better. We will just add the Baby Roland, get it into rotation. Okay, so it is a Infernoble mirror match. Well, not technically. I am playing like a 6 samurai build of it, so I'm not running Olivier. They will discard the Veil, summon the Olivier. Against this deck, okay, I don't want them going for a Captain Roland because that gets their engine going. I could use like a double assault to Book of Moon this guy. That's an option. I think I will do that. I'm gonna leave the expendable die for a back row. This way they don't get this guy into graveyard to get searches. Opponent will set 1. Set 2. Pass turn, okay. I'm gonna activate the Baby Roland here. Target the Captain Roland. We'll hit one of the back rows, see what we can find, get a draw. It's a Dark Factory, very nice. End phase we get our Roland search. Add the Bowline. Big bad Bowline. My opponent also has a Baby Roland in the hand as well, so we have to be mindful that they will get their Infernoble engine. But they drew double Dark Factory, okay. We'll immediately shotgun it as well. So that's actually good for us, because now we don't need to destroy the Bowline immediately. We can just Yeah, we can, like, this is one thing that you have to be careful about, to not show your face downs to your opponent. Because my play would have been Bowline, summon Bowline, immediately use its effect to pop the Dark Factory, and then they would have then chained it to get a drop. But now I can just sit on this Bowline. I don't need to pop the Dark Factory immediately. I can go battle phase first and hit with the Bowline into one of the cards and deal some damage. So, stuff to think about. Alright, we'll now go for the Exoraptor. I maybe have a line to gain here. We'll have to see what we can draw with our cards, though. So we'll summon the Exoraptor. We use the double assault in the graveyard. Add back our tactical trainer. Normal summon the Chamberlain. Special summon the trainer. Now we will use the Flame Swords Dance. Special summon our Flame Sword Man. I can change one monster in the field to face down defense. I don't think I need to do that. Alright, now we can go for a... Oh, we can even go for a 7 Swords Warrior. Also go for a Meteor Burst. Do I have any 2 particular fire monsters in the graveyard I'm looking to add back? Not really. I think... I think it's better we just use the Flame Swordsman for damage. Like, we could just do that. We don't need to... There's nothing that says that we need to use him. Yeah. I think that's the correct play. We just use him for damage right now. We don't wanna waste our extra deck. Activate the tactical trainer to get another double assault. We can't use double assault anymore because you can only use one effect of it per turn. So either the graveyard effect or the activation effect. We go for the Bowline. We will equip the... Well, we already sent a Baby Roland. Doesn't really matter. Just go battle phase. How many... So they only have 2, right? So we need to first hit into the Magus, so they don't get a search with it. Then we'll hit into the Olivier. Now we'll hit the 2100 damage with the Bowline. Main phase 2, just pop the field or pop the Dark Factory with the Bowline. We can go for the Haggard Lizardos. Get another draw. Ooh, pretty good. We will just equip it onto the Roland for now. Set both of our cards and phase. Get a search with the Baby Roland for our Moggies. Get a search with the Big Roland for our Red Lotus. Alright. They will get a search with their Baby Roland. Probably for a Ricardetto. And most likely their play right now... Oh, it's a Bowline. Okay, that's fine as well. Like, we can easily deal with a Bowline too. Which means they have the Ricardetto in hand. Now use the bull line. Targeting the Olivier. So this is because if it's equipped with the Olivier, we can't target it with card effects. But that's fine as well. We only need one of these two back row to disrupt them from going for a synchro play. That is our main concern. With this play also, with the bowline, they didn't go for the roll-in play. So now it is a bit of desperation for my opponent. I can econ here, taking their bowline, which means that they won't get to send both of these cards to the graveyard to get a draw with Magus. That might be like why they did this. It could also mean that they are... Yeah, because if this Magus is sent, they will probably shuffle back 3 monsters to draw 1. They also get to pop 1. So we can't target it. We can change it to defense position. That means they won't get to shuffle back. I think I will do that. They won't get to shuffle back the bowline. Oh, wait a minute. I completely forgot this guy. Alright, you know what? It's completely fine. Okay, so they're basically going for a big bowline play here, which does save us a little bit. So this bowline cannot be destroyed by battle and cannot be targeted with card effects. I'm guessing the last card is a back row? Pretty much has to be. Let's look at the extra deck. We are running a little low on resources. I would have liked to still have my Haggard Lizardos in rotation. But this isn't impossible to deal with. We can still play through this. So the Red Lotus, I'm pretty sure, targets, right? Yep, you can target one card on the field. Red Lotus does target. The synchros don't really help us, neither do the other cards. So we basically need to shuffle back a bull and then find it again to destroy the Magus. It's a bit annoying, like it is... It does delay the game for another turn. Like, they will have another turn out of this. But they are still struggling, though, so... Ooh, Primate Howl. That would have been really good to have in rotation last turn. But this also gives us an out, which is not bad. Alright. We'll immediately shotgun the Exoraptor, though. Get our Magus into the graveyard. Essentially, we're looking to find our copy of Bowline after shuffling it back with Magus, so... Shuffle back the Magus, a Durandal, and the Baby Rollin. Would be insane if we draw it here. We do not. We can't be that insane. Okay. Yeah. For now, though, we can just go for more draws and get more advantage. I think that is the only thing we can do right now. Let's just get more draws and more advantage. I will deal any damage that I can though. Like I won't... We're not like cheaping out on any damage. So I'm not gonna summon the Red Lotus though, because we don't need to at this point. So even if it's 400 damage, we'll deal it, but the Red Lotus, we don't want it getting disrupted, and we want to keep it as like a looming threat for the opponent that they have to eventually deal with. And we also have the Howl, so next game if I can activate Howl, I can tribute away the bowline with the enemy controller. We will just also activate the Magus, targeting the Armor Torpedo. Set our last back row and turn. Yep. In NR, you really have to be careful about overextending for no reason. Like, we knew that we can't get over this bowline and we can't go for lethal damage. There's no mechanism in that turn. So there's no point in wasting resources that don't translate to any sort of game advantage. And yep, it is the Dinomicious, which would have hit our Red Lotus had we decided to summon it. So they are going to get rid of our Armor Torpedo. We can't do anything about it. We'll also discard a Morella. So it's fine as well. Kind of hoping that they... Alright, I'm gonna try and bait my opponent here. So let's see if they activate a Paleo in response. If they activate a Paleo, it's such a throw for them. But let's see. They do. Okay. Okay. They've fallen into the trap. Unfortunate for my opponent, but that is how it works. So they thought they were safe summoning the Paleo. We will now activate Primite Howl, targeting the Chamberlain in the graveyard. We will steal their bowline. Now we will use the enemy controller, tributing away their bowline to steal their Paleo. One misstep is all it took. Just one misstep. Also, I should have just activated the Roland as well. Equipped it onto the bowline. But you know what? We can't play at 100% efficiency, alright? Like, we gotta... We're not at that level of player yet. So... I'm also just gonna activate the Double Assault because we want to go for a game. My opponent gets a draw, and they will get a search as well. Most likely for a Fellis, but we have the answer to the Fellis. They don't get a Roland search? Okay, it's... main phase 2 now. Wait, I really thought it was end phase, by the way. They do get a Roland search. They have one back row. We'll search for the bowline again. Give the Econ back over to the opponent. Zapwing, that is an insane top deck. Right here, I think. Oh, no. Actually, I want to normal summon this guy. So, yeah, we will just ask our opponent the question of if they have... Do they have anything to stop us? They added a Bowline, they did not add Pellis, so we don't have to worry about battle phase shenanigans. Choose not to activate the set card. I don't know if my opponent plays a torrential. They are being prompted though, so most likely not a torrential tribute. But it could, yeah, actually, yeah, they do have something that's not a torrential tribute, so pretty safe going for this. We do have Chamberlain in the graveyard. Add the Exoraptor. Use the additional effect. Summon another Chamberlain. Now I'm gonna go for the trusty old triple burst Dargon. There's triple burst dragon. We'll activate the trainer's effect. Get another double assault. What is the back row? Come on. Questions being asked of my opponent. They will let the triple burst dragon go through. I'm really tempted to just damage step my opponent here. No, we're not gonna do that. We'll reserve it for when we go for game, so this is game if my opponent doesn't have anything. It's a lost wind, okay. Can we put up enough damage? I will chain the double assault because I don't want them summoning a Paleozoic. Can we find the damage? It's 1550. Fortunately, it doesn't look like we can. That's gonna be 900 more damage. We can go for a... Is there any way to get to a rank 7 here in this position? I can summon out this Exoraptor. I will actually. Fortunately not. Go for another roll-in search, or we can go for a armor torpedo search. I think armor torpedo is just better. Because we want to search disruption. They will get their lost wind back. Ooh, no disruption, unfortunately. Equip onto the Red Lotus. Do we have enough to shuffle back? One baby roll-in, two baby roll-ins, and a dream. Yeah, we can. We'll actually leave this guy on the field. I want the floating effect in case we draw into an expendable die. So use the Magus to search now, or to draw. Keep the Red Lotus in the graveyard. We do not find a back row. This is so close. Like, we needed to find something there. So the opponent has a turn. They can come back into this game if they can top deck something like a Durandal or a Ricardetto. Summon a Battling Boxer Uppercutter. So what do they search here? It's not Disruption, so it's not generic Disruption, which is good. They search for a Flammable counter. We don't care about that. They have 3 Baby Rollins in the graveyard. They will have the Bowline's effect. Special summon. Now the Lost Winds effect, I can chain the Baby Roll into it to prevent the Paleo from coming out, so you don't have to worry about that. Most likely goes battle phase here. Walk over the Chamberlain and try to walk over the Virus Swordsman or the Triple Burst. We'll also use the Magus here. Can't shuffle back the Uppercutter. They need the Uppercutter in the graveyard to resolve the counter, the Flammable counter. So stuff to think about. But this, they will probably hit the Triple Burst with the Lost Wind to get it off the field. So, okay. They do. We'll just chain the Captain Roland now onto our Virus Swordsman. Get a big body on the field that they can't get over. They don't have the Olivier in rotation, so this bull, it's only protected from battle, which is completely fine. We can easily deal with that. We are getting a Bowline Surge of our own next turn. So we'll hit into the Triple Burst with the Uppercutter. Ooh, we could damage step them here. But I really need this Roland in the graveyard. I don't wanna... So... Yeah, and the negated Triple Burst doesn't do anything for us. By the way, you can notice my voice starting to die out already. Like, I really need to work on that. So now they will. We'll damage step this one. Save us some life points. Activate the effect of the Tactical Trainer. Get another double assault. So when the dust settles, we have to deal with one Flammable counter, which is a negate for back row, which is completely fine for us. We have multiple engines on the field. And we're getting a search in the end phase as well. Plenty of time left in the round as well, so there's no risk of losing to time. They will choose to sack the Bowline, go for a draw with Magus. So they're basically doing what I was doing last turn, is to just find a back row, something to delay the game a little bit more. That's just... This is what it is. They're even choosing to shuffle back the Uppercutter, so the Flammable counter in their hand is now turned off. Did they draw a back row? Is the main question here. More specifically, a back row that saves them. So they have one, we know the flammable counter, and they did draw another back row, okay. So I have to contend with one unknown back row and one known back row, but one of those back row is a bluff essentially. It can't be a Dinomicious. I also think they're gonna go for the Fellis. Or sorry, the... Let's see what they go for actually with the Roland. So, things that it could be. We've only seen... So we've seen 2 Paleos from the opponent. They do go for the Veil. However, the Veil only activates after you've taken damage. So the Veil won't protect their life points. We'll add the Bowline. We have the Econ as well. This might be the way we win this game. Immediately go for the bowline, ask our opponent the question if they have something. We can also equip the armor torpedo, which says that, you know, when my bowline attacks, my opponent can't respond with anything. Ooh, that's very tempting. That is really tempting. You know what? I will go for it. I will ask my opponent the question, do they have an out to this bowline? I don't want to summon the Red Lotus because you know what? We can't be too conservative in this meta. Like, if it's a Torrential, we can still kill them through a Torrential. It's not a Torrential, so we're gonna go for it. Alright, let's first go Bowline over. They cannot respond to this attack, so their monster dies. Do they have anything to save themselves? No, they do not. And that is the game. Another really good game. Like, these games are just so intense. But GG. He has a reputation of being like an absolute mad scientist in the format. Like, he will pack some of the most anti-meta cards that you haven't even heard of. So, Pokemon's here to play. Cannot take him lightly at all. By choosing to go first, our opening hand honestly is not that good. Like, we drew double one-offs. Not that it's not playable, but it's still not good. Because even if we econ away the tactical trainer, if they go for a Doom Eagle here, that's a big problem for us. Looks like they are gonna go for the Doom Eagle though. No back row. Okay, so it's not as bad as we imagined. We'll summon a Melffy Caddy. That's also fine. We can deal with both of these monsters. Ooh, okay. So I really want to play right now. But I honestly think just setting and passing is the best thing right now. Because if I play, like if I sum normal the Chamberlain, special the Trainer, they will just carry. And then they can bounce. They know I'm going to go for the Synchro Roll and they'll bounce it away. Like bounce away one of these cards. And then as soon as one of these cards hits the graveyard, they'll just shuffle it back with the Doom Eagle. So it might not be a bad idea to just set our cards and pass. I'm thinking we hit the Doom Eagle with the Dinomicious. And then we econ take control of whatever monster they summon. And that way we get to guaranteed get our search off the Tactical Trainer. We don't have to deal with the Doom Eagle. And yeah, I think that's like the perfect play right now. No, in NR you really need to be careful about when you decide to go all in versus when you decide to play conservatively. It is a best of 3 though, so we're not like completely screwed if this play doesn't end up working out. Move the caddy to attack mode. Go to battle phase. I will hit the Doom Eagle with the Dinomicious. And we'll just discard the... Yeah, let's discard the Red Lotus. So there's the Doom Eagle, dealt with. Choose not to attack into the set monster, probably thinking that it's like it is something like a Roland. So still respectable by the opponent. We do get a Paleo in the graveyard too now, which is useful to us. Alright, they will summon Kit. Most likely, they're going to link off the Kit with the Keras to go for a Daruma doll. That's fine with us, honestly. Like, they will get another monster to the hand. That also means that we're forcing them to destroy one back row if they go for the Daruma doll play. It does mean, though, we can't save our econ for the Melfi Caddy, but we will have a double strike or double assault for the next turn. Okay, they just choose to link off the Caddy, so they wanna... Essentially, they're thinking of summoning another monster with the Keras. They will send the Nerval, add a Fractal. This is fine as well. We can just take the Keras with the enemy controller. Now they will just go for the Keras. Okay. Banishing 3 monsters. So what is this card? Another Doom Eagle. Okay. But now it's not the same, you know? It's not the same as having the caddy on the field. Because this doesn't threaten us to not put monsters on the field. Like, that is the main concern. They do hit our graveyard, but the caddy basically represented a removal option that was more scary. And that's all they have. So we don't even need to econ here because they will just shuffle back the Tactical Trainer as soon as we do, and it achieves nothing. And we can just normal summon the Chamberlain now and go for a Synchro Summon. So, there's the Chamberlain. Now go for the Synchro. We also drew another Dinomicious that is really good for us. There's Disruption. We get our double searches. So there's the double assault. Alright, we have to really be careful about dealing with this Doom Eagle though. Like, we can now summon a red lotus, a big red lotus. And then just... But then the problem becomes that... Yeah, the problem becomes they can just Doom Eagle it away. They can Doom Eagle away the last monster, and then we wouldn't have a monster of our own. And they have 2 monsters in their graveyard as well. But I want to gamble on the fact that they don't have a third Doom Eagle in their deck, in their extra deck. And we can outgrind them here. So they will summon back a monster with Rugal, and then they'll have only 1 monster left. Yeah, I think we can actually just end the game here almost, right? I'm gonna do it. So they're gonna hit the tactical trainer with the Doom Eagle now. There we go. But we still get to summon back. Now we can go battle phase, attack over the Rugal with the Red Lotus. The Rugal's effect is it puts all monsters lose 300 attack though, which I don't really like. I can also just shotgun the Bowline, and we have 48 plus 29, which is what? 69, 77. It doesn't seem like it's enough for game. The other way is also not enough for game, which is unfortunate. It puts them down to 300 life points though, which is not bad. The other play, if I attack with the Red Lotus first into the Rugal, they will reduce our life points by... They will reduce all of our attacks by 600 because of the Doom Eagle, and they will revive back the Keris as well with the Rugal. But they'll do that anyways, right? Yeah, they'll do that anyways, so it's not even a problem. Let's just go battle phase. Yeah. Actually, yeah, we'll just hit the Keris first. So, hit the... Yeah, hit... Actually, yeah, this works. So hit the Keris with the Captain Roland. This is actually perfect, the way this sequence is gonna work. They are being prompted with something, though. Alright, now we activate Econ. We tribute away the Captain Roland to take control of their Doom Eagle. Now... Actually, yeah, we can now attack with their Doom Eagle into the... They do have a House of Wax. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. But we also have the double assault. Let's continue the attack onto the Rugal. I will use the double assault to reduce the Book of Moon this change this Emissary of the House of Wax to defense mode face down. But we won't attack it. We will also activate the Doom Eagle, shuffle back. What do I want to shuffle back here? I think I just shuffle back a Keris. Right? Yeah, I don't want them getting back their extra deck options. Go to main phase 2. I can either go for the Bowline now to destroy, or I can go for a Haggard Lizardos to draw. I think that is much more valuable at this point, because I need a card to discard with the Dinomishus. It's not great. So the House of Wax being face down means if they flip it up, they'll have to flip it up in attack mode. We will get our roll and search, so this gets our engine going, at least. Just add the baby roll in, start getting the searches in. So somehow, some way, we've climbed into a good position. We know they played Network Trap Hole though, so I have to watch out for summoning stuff from the graveyard. Shogun Shien is not a good top deck in this situation at all. It's like really bad for us, because we don't have any halves of the other 6 samurai monsters in rotation. So basically we're just relying on this baby roll-in to carry us through. They summon a Fractal. This is actually a really good target to hit with the Dinomishus, and I will actually. So I'm just gonna hit it with the Dinomishus. Because they can not only summon a monster, but then tribute it to send the Nerval to get another search. So it's like, it's pretty much a no-brainer to... discard the baby Roland. Seems like a pass from them at this point. Yeah, I can't. That's it. Pretty good for us. We'll go for the roll and search. I could just get another Durandal to thin out the deck even more, but I'm actually considering Fire Flint Lady. Yeah, but Magus is just like, we need to get this bull back into the deck to get searching again. Oh, and there's the Fire Flint Lady anyways. Okay. So the face down could be a Torrential. We have to be careful of that. On the other hand, we also have to be careful that we can't deal with this House of Wax. Like, if we flip it up, it's gonna be the same problem we had before. So... I have one Bulline, one Durandal, and one Baby Roland in the graveyard as of right now. Extra deck is looking a bit light, not gonna lie. So I think, yeah, we just shuffle back the Fire Flint Lady. The Torrentialus here, it's like completely fine because, I mean, we can't get through this House of Wax anyways, and it's like there's really no difference in the outcome. So go for a Wider Swordsman to get a draw off the Magus and hopefully find something that is worth, that gets us into some sort of advantage. Ooh, okay, that's pretty good. That is actually really, really good. So, just a set pass for now. They have the Dark Factory, okay. So, we'll send a Time Lord, I believe. Okay, it only draws if it's sent from the field to the graveyard. I will summon my Dinomishus here, like just any advantage we can get. It's probably good at this point. House of Wax is the sole reason I'm playing enemy controller, by the way. So, we just need to keep our opponent off of any Tri-Brigades on the field. Like, if we can do that, send a penny. I could use my die here, get rid of the Dark Factory. It is very risky, like if they top deck the Tri-Brigade monster, I just have to deal with it. You know what, I'll let it go through, like I need to save up for a potential Tri-Brigade normal summon. It's just not even a question. Set 2 cards, okay. So no monsters from the opponent. I'll just ask my opponent if they have a way to protect their life points. Like, we'll just go shuffle off this Virus Swordsman. Yep. A player like Book of Moon, like, there's no way he doesn't play. He doesn't play Torrential. So, just go battle phase here. Could summon the Shogun Shien. But I think normaling the Zap Wing is just much better. I pretty much know they have a Torrential, but like, we need more disruptions to deal with a potential top deck of a Tri-Brigade monster. Like, it's just a no-brainer at this point. So we'll just go through all the draw cards. My opponent's still not choosing to activate anything. Really patient. Ooh, there's a double strike. Don't have any fodder for it right now. We have one Shien, one Baby Roland, and we can also shuffle back this Red Lotus if we go for a triple burst here. But I think it's just setting and passing is just the best right now. Nothing in the end phase as well, okay. Still can deal with the Dark Factory, unfortunately, but we don't have to. That is game 1 in the bag. Okay. Alright, so Book of Moon has chosen to go first. Again. We are 1-0 right now. Just need to win one more game and we'll be in the grand finals. So the previous game, it really helped that we just stayed patient. We didn't overextend. We didn't reveal everything. And even though we were struggling with our engine, we still managed to pull through. As I said, Book of Moon is playing a lot of like weird tech cards. So they probably just saw a bunch of those tech cards that don't do anything against my deck, which just puts up big dudes. Like, sometimes just putting up big bodies is all you need to win. Alright. Our opening hand is not bad. Ooh, do have to discard something with this Exaraptor though, but completely fine. I'll just get rid of the Flame Swords Dance because my opponent's special summons are like Link monsters that the Flame Swords Dance doesn't really do anything against. So Here's Armor Torpedo. Do need this guy to live, actually. They will hit him with the Dino Mishes, though, unfortunately. I'm discarding the kit. That is not good for us at all. Yeah, maybe I should have used the Durandal on one of the two monsters after the... Yeah, that's a big misplay by me, unfortunately. So, I will set all the back, though. So my opponent cannot go for a big Doom Eagle. And we do have a way to live, but I really don't want to use this Dino Mishes. So the opponent will probably put us down on low life points here. Add another kit with the Nerval. Interesting. Honestly, this might just even be game. That's a Sprite Carrot. Normal summoning a Sprite Carrot, by the way. It's actually... Okay. This is kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. Like, why wouldn't you just normal the kit and special the carrot? Like, what? Okay. The kit just... Maybe my opponent is now in his head, like, with what I can possibly have. Like, I could have had a Howl, that is true. I could have had a Howl that does stop a big push by my opponent. So, let's go for the Durandal, see if my opponent reacts to this. They do not. It's fine by us. We will... search with the Durandal. We're gonna go for the Roland. Now, it is a bit awkward because I do want to deal with this Bright Carrot, but I also want to get my engine rolling. There's like... it's a bit of a conundrum. But I think just getting the engine rolling is much more important than anything else we can be doing right now. So... my opponent also plays Dark Factory, by the way, which is another thing to consider. Yeah. They could have a network trap hole as well for this Howl. The search with the Roland doesn't really matter. The expendable die is not once per turn though, so it's basically a question of, do I value the expendable die or do I value the Dino Mishes? Both of which achieve the same outcome. I think that expendable die is just better. Like... so we'll just deal with the Sprite Carrot so we don't have to deal with the negating shenanigans. And let's just ask our opponent if they have anything. They do not, okay. So yeah, as the set pass, we draw into more disruption. I'll add the bowline, that is just getting our standard engine online as quickly as possible. Almost I'm in the kit. That is not a bad place to hit them. So I will activate the Howl. Summon our Chamberlain boy from the deck. chain a Dinomicious. That's fine by us as well. Alright, so they don't chain anything to that. I think it's not bad just activating the Flame Sword Stance here, right? Like, just set the kit. They can't go for a level 2. They can't search with kit. Yeah, this is pretty good. Special summoning a Sprite Red right now, but we do not care about Sprite Red whatsoever. Like, no monster effects are being activated at this moment. Go for a rank 2 now for a Mannequin Cat. We'll try to revive one of my monsters, which is, like, completely fine because I can just chain the expendable die. Ooh, they're gonna go battle phase first, though. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think I will just use the Howl right now. No point in being greedy with it. So their monsters, they are running a bunch of fire monsters that I don't want to deal with. I am just gonna get rid of the Mannequin Cat. Ooh, double assault, that's not bad at all. Alright, still not out of the weeds just yet. Like, we are still struggling. Torrential here by my opponent is pretty brutal. They also have another Dinomicious in the graveyard. Ideally, I wanted to see Chamberlain off the top. I don't like Kit. I'm also not liking any Dinomicious plays right now from the opponent's side. I could leave my field as is, but we do have to bait out. Like, if they have a Dinomicious, we just have to bait it out. Like, it's no point in being conservative about it. Right, just destroy one of their back rows. It is an MST. Ooh, that's not good. Actually, that's completely fine. Yeah, that is completely fine. So that is enough fodder in the graveyard now to potentially search with the Magus. Of course, we won't hit into the kit and let them search, though. Like, that's just not good gameplay. Could also go for a Red Lotus as well to really threaten the opponent next turn with potentially going for game. Yeah, the Magus is a weak Magus as well. I think, yeah, I think going for the Red Lotus is the right play here. Just threaten them to go for game. I will just Book of Moon the kit once again as soon as they flip it up. It's just ironic that their name is also Book of Moon. They won't flip it up though. I understand the implications of a Dinomicious. That is why Yeah, my opponent understands that I may have a Red Lotus. Another Primite Howl. Interesting. So let's just shuffle back one of the Chamberlains and see what this Red Lotus concern can essentially force out of the opponent. This is a lot of damage on the field. My opponent didn't use Torrential game 1. I haven't seen Torrential yet in game 2. I don't think I need to be afraid of Torrential. Alright, let's go battle phase. Ask our opponent if they have anything to defend their life points. Doesn't seem like they do, okay. Which is good for us. There's the House of Wax. Now we're getting into interesting territory. Ooh, do I want to Dinomicious this? Or do I save the Dinomicious? Interesting. It's like so many questions. I will Dinomicious it. You know what? We have the Howl. We have the Double Assault. Don't have another Chamberlain. Okay, now we don't have the Double Assault anymore. Unfortunate. Do have the Howl though, so it's not all bad. Alright, let's see if Mr. Lizard can find something for us. Finds a Chamberlain. I don't know if I want to do anything with this Chamberlain. We'll just set it as like a body. Not a terrible decision. Yeah, I'm just gonna set this. We have a Howl, we can pretty much have to rely on that to progress the game, to survive the next turn. There's the Fractal. We are forced to use Howl here. No choice. We don't have anything against it. That's the end of their turn. Okay. Melfi Caddy now. Okay, the opponent has found like an engine piece as well. Yeah, our main goal is to just out this Fractal somehow. Ooh, Exoraptor. Okay, that gets us somewhere. That is actually insane. And we can immediately just destroy this Caddy with the Red Lotus, so we don't have to worry about it. They have a Lost Wind as the set card. Okay. So they will get to resolve the Caddy at some point. So now this board state is basically solved. We no longer have any unknown cards in rotation by the opponent. We know what we can expect now. So there's the Caddy effect. They will add the Penny, most likely. There's the Penny. So I'm gonna activate the double assault. Add back the Chamberlain. Now we'll use the Exoraptor's effect. Discard the Chamberlain. Add another Chamberlain. And to special summon our boy. By the way, we haven't resummoned this Red Lotus yet, so... yeah, I'm gonna... could go for a triple burst, or I could go for an armor XYZ with these monsters. Do I want to keep something in hand, or do I want to commit to both monsters on the field? Ooh, this is tough. I think we have to commit at this point. It's like... let's see if the opponent tries to hit this armor torpedo with a disruption. I will keep one Chamberlain on the field, just in case we top deck a trainer with this armor torpedo. They reset the last win, that's fine. Alright, let's just go battle phase. Ooh, this is actually a misplay. I didn't realize I only have one monster with more than 1900 attack. Ooh. Now it's like a really good position for them to pinny in. Yes, I should have been more careful with that one. Yeah, that might have just thrown the game. I don't think I can come back now. It's like so sad. Opponent is thinking a lot. Like, it's pretty obvious they just bounce the armor torpedo, right? Because they know. Yep. I should have gone for a triple burst. So bad by me. Like, come on. I guess I had to misplay at some point, you know? So... we'll just summon a big Red Lotus in defense. The Rossman puts it to half attack, so it goes down to like 20-something. Oh wait, it's not once per turn. Oh my god, it's not once per turn. That saved the whole game. Red Lotus is not once per turn. I did not even clock that in my mind that Red Lotus is not once per turn. This is actually just... this... oh my god, Red Lotus is such a G. That saves the game right there, most likely. Unless my opponent just top decks the Tri-Brigade monster anyways. I did not even realize this card is broken, and that's the game! Red Lotus, the MVP! Somehow, some way, just gets us out of a misplay that otherwise should have cost me the game.